Okay, guys, so hopefully everything is working here. We had to mess with the lights. Actually, I had to put something in front of the lights because it was just way too bright. Now, I do have the camera a little farther away from me. Hopefully the microphone's picking up. Getting everything ready here. Got a couple things to address. Alright. Looks like the quality come in. Alright, so let's take a look at something here. Alright, well, let me go and address something right now. Okay, first, I want everybody to keep in prayer and thoughts Josh Connor and his family. Alright, I'm not going to go into details. They got some things going on, so definitely keep them in y'all's prayers. They are going through some things right now. I'm not going to go into detail. Those who know Josh Connor, you can definitely contact him. I'll allow him to fill y'all in on that. Alright, so right fast. Mitch Levin's vanish. The reason why I addressed that is because we were sitting there with thumbs up just fine until you posted that comment, and then you automatically gave me the thumbs down. Alright, so the comment says, if I can get to it. Alright, come on, bud. Why are you pushing fear? Alright. And then later comes back and said, well, of course I said, it's not a live stream until we got our trolls. Okay? And then come back with something about, this is actually I'm actually subbed. Let me find it here. I actually got the computer out, that's why I'm looking down here to make it easier on me, but now I'm having a difficult time. Let's see here. Alright, scroll too far is what happened. Okay, actually I'm a member on my other channel. That's going to change real quick. And then Mars Life pops up later. This was hidden by one of our moderators. Bones, thank you for taking that, but I am going to address this. I asked you a simple question. Look at your title and thumbnail. What the F is wrong with you? I can't believe I paid for this. It was fair and honest question. And one of the rules of being a YouTube creator, you do not attack your followers. You don't do that with subscribers. Mars Life, kick rocks. Make sure you unsubscribe. Make sure you unmember on my channel membership. We're a survival channel. All right, I'm not an idiot, okay? You came rolling in trying to start some stuff. I don't like these fake accounts, these additional accounts. Those are some slick operatives that try to do stuff like that. I don't have no fake accounts. I have multiple channels, and those multiple channels are legitimate channels. But I don't sit there and slide in and make some shitty comment, excuse my language, and then try to stir up some stuff, and then I'll tell you right now, you know what, man? Kick rocks. Enjoy yourself. We don't need you here. This is a community of preppers. We try to build each other up. It's not fear. Talking about what's going on. Yeah, so the thumbnail shows a city burning. What's going on in the country right now? Cities are burning. Okay? Riots are going on. So how is that spreading fear? What are we all supposed to do? Sit around a campfire singing Kumbaya and hope everything's just hunky-dory? Man, get real. You know what? No, get out of here. Okay? As a matter of fact, I might have to do it after the stream. Alright, maybe someone else already took care of it. Don't worry about that. I will make sure that you are taken care of. Feel free to notify me by email and send me your information so I can refund your money to you. I don't mind. I don't mind one bit to send your membership stuff back to you. Alright, we work together. If you want to disagree with me on something, that is more than fine. But you're not going to come over here and start talking a bunch of crap. My moderators, if he pops back up, banned him. Okay, do me that favor. Get rid of him. I've been seeing a lot more of the trolls popping up, especially in live stream, because of drama that's going on with other people and things like that. They're going to try to come in here, get me to go division and all this stuff. No. All right, I'm 41 years old. I served in the U.S. military. I'm a welder by trade. I am a very hard man. You are not going to sway me either way. All you're going to do is tick me off. Okay? That's it. So you can play your little games as a bunch of little 2 or 3 year olds. Help yourself. Be the, you know what, if that is your time in life, your well spent time in life to troll people's channel, try to get some things stirred up. I can't believe this person said that. I pity you. You're an idiot. There we go. Gone Girl, definitely do appreciate that super chat. That is very awesome. Thumbs up, heart, and thumbs up. You are always welcome to type in comments, things like that on there. All right. Ripker, I see you're in here. Elish, how are you doing? We got a lot of people here tonight, guys. Jeff, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. See here. So yeah, Mars, you may as well quit trying to type in, because the moderators are going to be removing your stuff, and I will make sure I get you off of the membership channel. And like I said, feel free to contact me, and I'll make sure I PayPal your membership back for this month. No problem at all. All right, Herman F., how you doing, brother? Wandering American, we got a lot of great people here. Now, I do apologize that we don't have anybody special guesting tonight. I just was not getting set up for that, because I went with just the regular YouTube stream, so I'm not using StreamYard tonight. But I do want to talk about some things. Yeah, that background behind me is moving around. I got a cat up here on the porch touching things. All right. So I don't know if you guys got to see Alaska Preppers live stream today. Rick Thompson, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. He covered some very interesting topics, and one of the topics that we talk about here is the long-term food storage. We are part of the affiliate program with Legacy Foods, and like I've always said to people, go ahead and get your normal foods first, your canned goods, your pastas, things like that. Get up to a year to 2 year supply before you start investing in those long-term food storages, because for the same price you can get a lot more food, free canned goods and dry goods, a lot more compared to buying those long-term food storage up front. All right. I noticed there's slander and fraud. There's no slander or fraud here, because I've been doing everything correctly. So, you know what? Please get rid of this guy. All right, somebody. Thank you, Bones. Thank you so much. Go ahead, buddy. Feel free to do whatever you want to. All right. So, let's move on. I'm not wasting any more time with dipshits. Okay, so how is everybody else doing today? One of the things I want to address with the channel, guys, I've been seeing in the comments on some of the videos, people expressing their, their rights on freedom of expression, things like that. I just ask that y'all try to keep it clean. This is not a racist program at all. So the comments where I'm seeing derogatory comments towards people because of race and religion and sex, please don't do that. Don't do that here, guys. You're going to want to get me in trouble. And I agree, yes, everyone should have their freedom of speech, but not when it's at the expense of other people. That's just wrong. All right. I mean, just don't do that. No one's getting called out on that. Just do me a favor. Just don't put the racial comments and stuff like that in here. Usually YouTube grabs it, and I've seen where people go in and they try to alter it just a little bit so YouTube doesn't get it. I get it. You don't like a certain type of person. That's fine. That's your right to not like a certain type of person. It's YouTube. We don't get to express things like that at all. All right. I am not personally one that expresses that. It doesn't matter to me what race, what sex, what religion. I don't care. All right. So anyway, guys. All right. El Michelle, lift each other up. Yes. Yeah, we need to. All right. That right there just irritated me briefly. All right. Charlotte, hey Brad, what's your focus tonight? Okay, so focus tonight is getting ready, guys. We've only got a few days before the election themselves. And I've had people ask me, dude, do you think it's going to happen right then? What about if a electee says that they are the winners and social media is saying, oh no, we're not releasing that information yet? Just be careful. Don't be sitting there going around downtown stuff unnecessarily if you don't have to. These groups are popping up here and there, moments notice. They are staging up stuff. Just be careful and watch yourself. Sorry, see what that was saying. Where do you get bulk bags? And how would you compare the premium high dollar food saver bags? I buy mine off Amazon, Herman F. That's where I get my vacuum seal bags. All right. Oh, sorry guys. I'm just reading something from. Okay, you know what? I am going to take a great example from another YouTuber I respect, Alaska Prepper, and another great example from another YouTuber I respect is Adam there at Marfugal. I'm just not going to get into it with y'all. You don't have to agree with me. You can, you know what? If you don't have a troll, it means you're doing something wrong. There we go. All right, so let me get back in here, guys. Tonight, guys, any questions y'all want to discuss, we can. We can definitely get in here. If y'all have thoughts and concerns about stuff, we can go ahead and dig into many different topics. Why would you dehydrate canned fruit? Chris Peters. That is a very good question. I wouldn't be dehydrating canned fruit because I've already got a long shelf life there. You might be asking somebody else on something else somebody else said. Me personally, I leave it in the can. If I was going to dehydrate fruit, it's because it's fresh fruit. Odds are something got crossed up in some questions here. Rip Curl, with things the way they are and knowing what is being done to the people in our country and others, we must not allow ourselves to be divided. We must respect each other and our thoughts. I'm just getting in the chat here, guys, making sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I'm not responding to that. All right. I don't want to miss anybody's comments there, so I do apologize for that. So, hope I didn't lock up there. Oh, I am tired of the unknown. I know we're just days away. Just wish I knew whether we need to shelter in place and resume sending my husband off to work. Accepting his gifts, 86. That's a very good, interesting question. Well, not really a question, statement there. Yeah, I understand that. What I would do, I would continue to go to work. I would be very vigilant on the situation as far as where your husband is having to work at. Talk with him. I would definitely be going over your evacuation plans, your get home plans. If you are to meet up with him at a certain location if something happens, or if he's supposed to come all the way back, I would work on that. I do understand the uncertainty. You don't know what's going on. No one does until it really does happen. I mean, we got plenty of things that are pushing, and we can look at it and go, okay, this is looking bad here. So yeah, I do feel your frustration there. I really do. I would take a look at where he's having to work at. If you're having to go work downtown somewhere and there's already protests and stuff going on, me personally, I'd be taken off for a few days. But I understand people's got bills to pay. I got that. I understand that too. If you do have to go in and go to work in a location like that, usually these businesses have already boarded up. But if you do have to go to work there, be very vigilant. Have your plans on getting out. All right, I'm going to scroll through here. I don't want to miss anybody, so I do apologize. This chat is moving a little bit faster. Jeff, did you set up any trail cams? Yes, I did. We set up trail cam today, actually. And I'm going to say it's probably going to be 3-4 days before anything really starts moving back into those areas that I went chopping through. The fact is, that's an active area either way, but because I inserted my scent into that field and I disturbed a lot of stuff walking those trails, it's going to be a few days before anything starts moving back up in there. Now, are we adding some extra feed out there? Yeah, we are. Which is perfectly legal to put feed out and feed wildlife here. That's all I'm doing. I just want to see what it is. I want to see what time they're coming in. That's what I want to see. I want to see what time they're coming in. I'm old. I'm tired of sitting all day, early mornings, and nothing show up. Trail cams are really great because then I can actually look at it and go, all right, so they're moving in here between the hours of 6 and 5 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we use those trail cams. Makes this a lot easier. Use technology. All right. Wanted American to blew another spark plug in my van. I'll be walking to vote this Tuesday. That does suck. Now, is it just a fouled out spark plug, or did your cylinder head hit it? I mean, did your piston hit it? Um, okay, what else we got here? I am really trying to catch everyone's comment. Guys, feel free to put in questions or anything like that. I will try my best to answer them for y'all. All right. Okay. Body armor, body armor. Smart Girl NYC, how you doing? Good to see you. Did anybody hear that the Prime Minister announced that England will shut down again Thursday? Makes me think the parts of the U.S. would be next. Yes, I agree with you on that. I believe that we pretty much map whatever the other countries are doing. Yeah, we're going to have shutdowns here. It's not fear porn. Just, hey, we had shutdowns here last time. I believe we're going to have harder shutdowns this time. There is way too much unrest going on in the country right now. They're not going to be playing around. You ain't an old boy. What? I'm old. All right. Scrolling through here. Gas here in Florida was $1.91 a gallon, regular unleaded. Yeah, that's about what we're paying for our gas too. I'm glad you brought up gas. I was watching Martin Johnson. He did a video 2 days ago, I think it was, and he was answering comments about the difference between solar and generators, which one's the best buy because solar is so expensive. And he actually broke down the information as far as your generators, oil, gas, spark plugs, maintenance, all the stuff you got to do to keep a generator running compared to solar. Because we can run our solar system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without any major issues. Compared to a generator, you only get so many hours before you got to start taking things apart, cleaning, and replacing. So, I mean, we got a generator on standby just in case, but we run solar. We got the wind turbine. It's locked up in stores right now because where we are, turbines ain't really a good thing. As far as there's just not enough wind here. Sorry, I'm trying to see what we got here. Okay, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why Sherry Chapman was timed out. I don't see anything wrong with that comment, Rick. So I don't see why she was timed out there, buddy. All right, but I do know we got some stir crazies in here. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see what happened to your chops. No, I still got my sideburns. Oh, I was reading the. Oh, these are probably all. Thank you, guys. These are probably all just alternate accounts. Yeah, just all those comments that are getting blocked are actually direct attacks on me personally. That's awesome. Mm. Well, this is really gonna tick off those trolls. Check out my survival living mug. Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. So awesome news, you guys. We got 5,500 subscribers. We broke a new milestone. We broke it. It said the date was last night, but then when I downloaded the certificate, it was today. We got your back. Awesome. I know. I know. It's just one of those things, guys. I'm learning as much as I can. I am a hot-headed individual when I was younger. I know that that is not a very good aspect. Now that I've gotten older, I started thinking a little bit more. But I take pride in being able to, and you're not supposed to be prideful, I know, but I take pride in knowing that I can actually change my outlook on things compared to being hot-headed and stuff like that. I've seen these larger channels and the amount of trolls and stuff they get brought in on them, and it's just nasty stuff that they're just talking about. And I watch how they react. They take us. They don't engage. They take a step back. Like, hey, well, you're entitled to your opinion. Move along. So yeah, I'm trying to be that better person. Is it hard? Oh yeah, of course it is. Let's see here. Let me get back in here, guys. I don't want to miss anybody's chat. All right, all right. I don't want to miss anybody's comments there, so hold on one second, guys. Twisted Luck Truth, I get trolls on my little channel. What's crazy is that they watch every minute of my video. Hey, that's actually pretty awesome. It's crazy, you're right, but that's awesome. Not that you have trolls, it's just that they actually watch the whole video. That's awesome. Scan Family, would you recommend a dual fuel generator propane and gasoline? Yes, I would recommend that over just a standard gas powered uh, generators. I don't have a recommended brand. I know that they're more pricey, and you also, when you start doing those dual and tri gas and stuff like that, make sure you get a very good one. Um, don't get the cheapest one because you're gonna wind up having issues. Make sure you get a very good one, mainly for the orifices and stuff for the fuel travel. And sorry, I just got distracted. Make sure you get a good one. Don't buy one on discount unless it's a good brand, just on a sale or something like that. Don't go cheap on those tri gases and dual gas generators. If you got a very good one, a good quality brand, they last a very long time, and being able to pick up different types of fuel for it so you're not just limited on just one. Okay, let's say that we're all just limited on gasoline. All right, and I've got some gasoline stored. Many preppers do. But what happens when there is no access to gasoline, but there's propane? Okay, propane stores for a very much longer time than gasoline, and you have stocks of propane. There you go. I mean, it might be easier to do that. We do not have that set up. We just have a gasoline one. Our water heater is propane. Our fuel cooking is propane. We do have charcoal. We got charcoal grill. We do have a wood stove. Um, that's in storage actually. I'm not bringing that out because right now I don't need it, and I don't want it getting messed up right now out here in this. The trailer's not set up for a wood stove, so instead of using a wood stove, I just, if I'm out of fuel and everything else, I just make a campfire pit. I'll cook. I mean, I love cooking on out on a campfire. All right, let me get back in here. A biofuel camp stove is nice. One an American. Yes, I definitely agree with you there. I really do. Herman F. Champion is a decent one. Okay. I don't know. Definitely taking your word for that. Champion. All right. What else we got here? Melody loves Jesus. That's the military training that keeps you in check. Susie Q, good to see you. I see you there. See what else we got here. South Florida DCO. If you can't be respectful, don't speak. What's that old cartoon? Bambi. Can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Well, I do believe in freedom of speech, but there is some things that you should just keep to yourself. Chris Peters, no, you guys, I'm not a troll. I just speak my mind. All right, let's see what else we got here. Smart girl, it's hard. I have been hesitant to make YouTube videos because of comments. I don't want the NYC to come out. LOL. Yeah. So that's what took my wife a long time to start her YouTube channel, and I've been working with her on it. She hasn't put out a second video yet. One is between her work schedule and everything, and I don't want to film it myself and then, it's her channel. I help her with the edit and stuff like that. I want her to be just, her channel. But that's what really kept her from doing a channel, is because of the comments on the internet. Um, she doesn't want to hear the nastiness and stuff like that. Oh, and why I've got your attention. So, we do have a mail call here on the channel. I want everybody here to know that when I get mail call letters and photos, when they come in, I open those up with my wife sitting right beside me. I love my wife. So the individual sending nudes, stop. All right, stop. You're doing stuff. It's my marriage you're talking about. My wife trusts me, but you want to see someone get hot quick. Knock that off. That's I don't cheat. I love my wife. That's the only woman I want to be with. So those nude photos that getting mailed to me, stop it. All right, that's that's just messed up. But I do want to bring that out because my wife was really hot the other day, and I was talking to Southern Boy Prepper about it the other day. I was talking to him on the phone about some of the stuff YouTube creators see, and we do. We see quite a bit. Now, let me get in here. But I did want to bring that up. All right, all right. Josh Connor, good to see you, brother. How long does propane last inside the tank? Lisa Van Life, as far as I know, indefinitely. Okay, as long as you don't have tank failure, I don't believe there is a expiration date on the propane that's inside that tank. I've never heard of an expiration date. Now, tanks have expiration dates, and basically what that is metal fatigue, things like that, and they put that on for the valve itself. It's the valve is what they replace, Anytime you take a propane tank to get refurbished, they're just replacing the valve, all right? And then they put a new valve in. Here you go, buddy. That's the only thing that they've ever done anytime I've had one done. The propane itself, I've never had an issue. I've taken propanes to get refilled and the valve is out of date. You know, there's a stamp on it and they refuse to do it. And I've had to go take it somewhere and get a new valve put in, and then I'm good to go. They restamp it. So propane itself, as far as I know, does not have a shelf life. It's just the tanks. It's just the valve. Melody loves Jesus. Do you think the U.S. military would turn on U.S. citizens if President tells them to? That seems to be a agenda. Uh, no, no. I think what we'll see is state level National Guards being used for quarantine to do lockdowns, and yes, roundups, breaking up groups, things like that. And that's going to be done on a state level ran by the governors. I don't see United States Marine Corps, United States Army, Air Force attacking and hurting civilians. I don't see that. And I've had people bring up back in the what was it? Was it Clark's University back in the 70s? I think it was. That National Guard opened fired on protesters. Well, right there, C.F.P. They'll do it. But what they failed to mention is that there was a very loud pop that sounded like gunfire, and odds are it was somebody taking a pop shot at National Guard. And in my opinion, gives National Guard full permission to open fire for defending themselves. But hey, that's me. But I don't think we're going to have problem with the U.S. military hurting the civilian population like that. Will National Guard come in to establish order? Yes, yes they will. But they're not going to be full on. Will they defend themselves? Yes, of course they will. Whoa, that was weird. Of course they'll defend themselves, and I respect. Hopefully they do respect defend themselves. I know I wouldn't want to be U.S. military, National Guard, trying to get peace. Whoa, man, that is just crazy. I've got a surge on that for some reason. That was right. Actually nearly blinded me there. Hold on, let me get back in here. And then it just dropped down again. Alright, alright. Make sure you got food for your furry friends, and that is for Pete's sake. Absolutely. We've done a lot of videos on prepping for your animals. My wife has 2 rabbits, so we prep hay, pellets. I have a big bag of hay seeds, so I can grow hay, and we have rabbit snacks, because just like a human, a snack, a treat, is a good idea for your animals. So yeah, I always tell people prep for your pets too. Definitely make sure you got food in the house. Craig, propane good for 30 years or more, they say. All right. Scrolling through here, guys. And that was a cat. You better not hit my camera. Yeah, you better get out of the way. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. And these cats are, because I'm out here with all these lights and stuff, they're all over the place. All right. Actually, it was 1970. Kent State. Tony. Yes, Kent State. There we go. But that's the one I'm talking about. I think I said Clark University. You can tell I'm about half brain dead if I don't have paperwork in front of me to read off of. Harmonious, do you trust the police? I've discussed that many times. There are good, there are bad. Do I trust the police? I've had more adverse altercation with law enforcement than I've had with good altercations. So I have a biased outlook on that. So no, no, I don't. I don't. Does that mean police are bad? No, it's just from my experience, the way I lived my life, which does add to that. But the fact is that now I am on a system, and when I get ran, I get treated for my past that I've already done time for. And that's when I like, no, I mean, just treat you like crap because of something you did many years ago and you've already done your time. But that's my, that's what I went through. Doesn't mean that all law enforcement's like that. There are some good law enforcement. All it takes is one bad seed to ruin it for everybody. I do believe most law enforcement are there to help people. They're there to help get bad people off the street. Do they have to use force that liberal cities don't agree with? Yeah, yeah, sometimes I do. Uh, but that's all I'm going to say on that. Okay, it's just there's such a division on that, and I don't want to make a whole speech on that because it's if you really sit down and look at the topic, you can go on for hours on. You'll be weighing out the pros and cons of the entire thing. Well, I wouldn't. You shouldn't allow police to do this, but when something happens, you're the first person calling 911. See, do I believe they need to defund the police? No. I will say they need to demilitarize the police. I do not agree with that. Not at all. I do not appreciate having AR-15s pointed at me from 3 different cruisers because they ran me. No, I've never had a violent crime on my record. So when you do stuff like that, do I get a little biased on you? Yeah, I do. I do. Police are super stressed right now. I'm sure many are in fear. Um, but that is, I see what you're saying. You know what? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. You're good. You're good. Yes, there are some super stressful situation. Um, do people need to listen to law enforcement? Yeah, to an extent, up to your constitutional right. Um, Now, real quick, they're going to be like, well, the riots, that's the protests, that's their constitutional right. No, yeah, your protest is, but riots are not legal. So there goes that argument. But all right, let me see here. Track rock, trust only yourself, and you'll be dead. Sweet savory words. We do have some bad seeds in every part of society. Yes, we do. All right. There are good and there are bad. South Florida DCL. Yes, yes, that's correct. Rip Curl, C.F.P. What is the one or two things, pieces of equipment that you just won't skim on? That I just won't skim on? Well, food would be just, I guess that's too vague, but food is definitely top priority as far as an item. Um, Water filter, well, I do buy Sawyer minis and they're under $20. I guess that's kind of skimming because there's the Berkey filters, which are more expensive. So, I don't know, off the top of my head, food. I'm not skimming on food. Um, I believe we should have plenty of food put back and put away. Just my experience alone from dealing with hurricanes here, down here in Florida. You don't have access to food, sometimes water, drinkable water, for weeks at a time. All right. When hurricane came through, oh man, 2017, 18. Oh, I can't remember the date. We're staying there in Orlando, and everybody was without power for like 14 days. No water. My buddy that I worked with, I was actually getting water because we had water, but you had to boil it because it wasn't potable water anymore. The pumps were still running, but they kept saying you got to boil your water. he had no water running, and that was 14 days. And then there was nothing, no stores open. You got to have water to live. 14 days is too long without water. Um, yeah, it was 14 days in our area, no water. Now, sure, you could drive out of town. Sorry for the sirens and everything, guys. I am outside. I'm on the porch. I just got the backdrop behind me. That is a fire truck. I just saw him. Let me get back to chat here. All right, all right. Okay. So to answer your question, Rip Curl, food is something I'm not going to skimp on at all. We most of our prep is food. I believe we store. I mean, we spent a lot of money on our solar. Well, it's a lot of money to me, but we were able to get our solar system up and running that we use every day for under $2. $2, $2,000, under 2,000. I don't know why $2 stuck in my head, but it would be food. Food is priority. You can't go without food. A water filter, guys. Water where I live is easily obtainable. Clean drinking water is not. A water filter is something you really need to invest in. I like the Sawyer Minis, $20. There you go. They work great. They last a long time. I like them. All right, let me see what else we got here. Sweet savory words. C.F.P, how is your pleurisy? Doing very well. Thank you for asking. They gave me a antibiotic and they gave me a anti-inflammatory. So it seems to be working pretty good. It's just every once in a while it bothers me. It's been bothering me for years. It's just that last one that I went to the hospital on. It hurt. It hit so hard, and I had shortness of breath. I felt like I had been hyperventilating. You know, you get that detached feeling when you hyperventilate. I had that most of the morning, and I was worried that something was much more severe. Now the wind's picking up. Uh, that's gonna trip everybody out with that screen moving like that. But yeah, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking about that. All right, what else we got? Everyone should have a minimum of 3 months worth of food. Jam RV kids. Yes, definitely 3 months. I recommend more, but yes, you're right. At least 3 months. As a prepper, I prefer having a lot more, but yeah, you don't want to just have a couple weeks of food. Um, but let me say this: I'd rather have a couple weeks of food than no weeks of food. A couple weeks of food still buys you time to try to find food. You can't grow food in a couple weeks, but it does give you enough time to either get out of an area. 2 weeks supply of food. It gives you enough time to get out of an area, maybe possibly find some way of other foods. But that's why I like having a lot of food. It gives me more buying time as far as a buffer zone before things are really, really bad. Craig, Bass Pro has Big Buddy heaters. Big Buddies are actually nice heaters. They are. Who said he can't collect water? I don't know. I didn't say that. You can definitely collect water. All right, all right. Let's see what else we got here. What if the price of salt in China doubled overnight? Um, I don't know. The question was South Florida DCL. What if the price of salt in China doubled overnight? I don't know what the trafficking of salt, commerce, and stuff come from. I don't know if we have mines here in the United States or if everything's being imported in. I don't know that answer, so I couldn't tell you either way. C.F.P. Rip Curl. C.F.P. explain. Speaking on health, what would you advise about getting and staying healthy? And if you need meds, how would you go about stockpiling meds? Will they be good? Okay, so Rip Curl. Um, as far as health, cardiovascular is a huge thing people should be working on. A lot of Americans are not very fit as far as cardiovascular. I'm not gonna fat shame people. I mean, hey, I've still got a little bit more weight I got to lose. But cardiovascular is definitely going to be a very important thing in SHTF. As far as meds, yes, I definitely recommend stock up medication if you have to have medication to survive. Um, I do know that there is some issues with certain medications that you have to get from a doctor. You just can't stock up. Some medications I know for a fact that if you go, I've heard people, well, today I'm not going to take one of my pills. I'm going to put it back for SHTF. I am not here to give any medical advice on that. Okay, none. I can definitely tell you that some medication you can't go without. If you are already on it and you miss a day, you are jeopardizing your health. There are some medicines like that. I know people that are on that type of medication, and they just cannot get a large supply. So it comes down to acquiring things in an SHTF situation. Kind of like that video we did about getting hold of gasoline. You guys remember that one? There, yeah, yeah. I believe that's going to be going on. Some medication you just can't do. Now, your minor medication, aspirin, Tylenol, flu medication, things like that that you can buy over the counter, yeah, definitely stock up on. One of the things I stock up on is cough drops. I have a world's worst that I get a sore throat every couple months. Don't know why, but I do. So yeah, I keep them. You know, I keep medication as far as like a Theraflu, things like that. It was not Theraflu. I got to see what brand it is now. I think Theraflu is no longer on the market. And I already know the comments fixing to come up. Oh, well, that's bad on your liver or kidneys. Or, hey, all medication has some adverse side effects. All I know is if I take these Theraflu, I feel much better with my symptoms. So yeah, we do store medication. Let me get here in the chat. I saw Vlad's here. Good to see you, Vlad. How are you doing? All right, all right. Let me see what else we got here. Twisted Luck Truth mental prep is crucial. We have to remember to be mentally ready to deal with a scenario we may never dealt with. Yes, Twisted Luck Truth. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons I always supported doing brownout drills at your home, turning your power off, things like that, and going through scenarios that, hey, we've lost power, power's gone, and then working on your own scenarios. That way, when it does happen, you already know what to do, you already know what problems you're going to have, and it's not a surprise and shock to you. Let's see here. Let me get back in chat here. All right, all right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get caught up here. I am so far behind. Yabba dabba, I'm in great shape. Good for you, buddy. I'm still working on it. I cannot get under 200. I'm having a tough time with it. My body's going into survival mode. Will not burn it. I need to work on it. I've been working on it. I was 238 there for a while. It's a slow progress, but it's getting there. All right. I saw somebody put Jay Stone's link up. Is Jay Stone here? I didn't see you, but if you are here, Jay Stone, good to see you. Now, this is also, guys, we got a lot of creators here on our YouTube channel. One is JStone78. She does have a new channel. I think it's JStone78 2. Um, Definitely, guys, go over there and show support. Snafu Snaps. He got dinged real bad about a week ago, I guess, and he had to start up a secondary channel, and that is at Snafu Snaps 2. And we got Vlad Gruitz right here. Vlad Gruitz does have a great YouTube channel, guys. We can get his link up too as well, guys. And of course, we got Bones, Josh Connor, and we got a lot of great YouTubers here. So yeah, to the mods, if y'all see one of our YouTube creators here, definitely feel free to put up their links. I'm trying. Okay, El Michelle, you already did. Okay. All right, scrolling through here. All right, give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go step off camera right fast. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, all right. Now, back. Fill up my coffee again. So hopefully everybody is working on getting their food in order. We did another large prep. It was a very, very big prep. Uh, Kind of put us in a little bit of a bind, but that's quite all right because we know that food is very important. I'm still getting that video up and together for everybody. We did that Friday. I think it was Friday when I went. Get food and hide your food. All right, we've done videos on the survival buckets. We've done plenty of those. Hide your food. Don't just keep it all in one spot. Um, we've talked to people here. They live in apartment complexes. They don't have the ability to go bury food, stuff like that. I get that. If you living in that type of situation, I'm not going to tell you to go take your food and go, 20 miles away and go bury food, because you might not be able to get to that food. In that situation, I'd keep it on hand. I would recommend people to try to work with a backup team. And I say backup team, I mean work with your community around you. Having community support is a life-saving situation. Doing it all by yourself, can it be done? Yes, yes. And I know some people don't choose not to. I know some people just they don't have an option. They are by themselves. That's it. No one else is going to be there for them when it happens. Have evacuation plans. All right. That's my best advice. Have an evacuation plan. Trucker JP, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me get back into the chat here, everybody. Sweet savory words. Having 3-day down drill, you will see all the holes in your preps. Yes, sweet savory words. That is correct. We used to do that all the time with my group in Apopka before we moved. It was very, very helpful. You'll find out real quick what you're lacking, and you'll find out real quick how easy it is to get bored without stimuli around you, without TV and stuff like that. Now, we have DVD players and things like that in Faraday cages. We have a way of producing power. But during our brownout drills, we knock complete all power out. All right, so we don't access our solar. We don't do any of that. Now, we have done drills where we have knocked out power, and then we use the solar and we'll see what issues we've had with our solar. But solar is not hard to figure out, guys. It's all wattage and amperage. It's just math. That's all it is. It's real simple. One of the easiest ways to say that you're bad at math. One of the easiest way, get your notebook. Have your solar running. You're not sure how long it's going to run. Plug in something. Watch your clock. All right. And then it went out on 4 hours or whatever, and write it down. Now you kind of know how long you can run that for a while. It's the easiest way I could put it. I have done plenty of videos on that. And Vlad is also a go-to guy on solar power, guys, and also wind. He also has wind turbines. So his channel, I do know he does have a lot of videos with his solar and his wind turbine. Let's see here. What else we got? Laura, just math. I hate math. I used to hate math. In my trade, I use a lot of math. Use a lot of algebra. I still don't like math, but I got the basics. 2 plus 2 is 3. Yeah. All right, let me make sure. Let's see what else we got here. All right, checking on our time here, guys. All right. Man, I know I'm missing people. I am so sorry that I missed people. Craig, I see. What are your thoughts? I'm trying to figure out what you typed in before that. I did see that, but I'm not seeing your question, though. Craig, if you could retype your question for me. I lost it. I saw where you asked what are your thoughts, but I didn't see the message before. Craig, does anyone have your solar EMP protected EMP shield? Yes, Craig, we do. We've got one for our truck and we got one for our solar. But I just recently did a video to show you guys solar, EMP, and coronal mass ejection. Without protection, it's going to be your diodes in the back of your solar panel. All right. I showed where I took ours apart, took the little box off the back, showed the diodes in the back. You can match those up and get replacement diodes. It is very smart to get extra solar wire, solar cables that goes from where your MC4 connectors connect to the panel and then runs to your charge controller. Some believe those will melt if they're not protected. All right, kind of like the telegraph cables did with the Carrington event. All right, so I would invest in those too. That way you can replace those, keep those in a Faraday cage, keep them locked away, whatever. Same with the diodes, because when the panel gets hit, those diodes burn out. You just clip them out and solder new ones in. No big deal. So C.F.P, how are you going to solder without power? I've soldered plenty of time using a butane lighter. All you need is to heat it up. Okay. Maybe I'll do a video on how you can solder with just fire. As a welder, I had to learn how to braze before I learned how to weld. It's all part of the schooling I went through. So soldering, all you got to do is heat it up. All right. Night vision tubes, hard to find thermal, and great, but dollars. I do not have thermal. I've got Generation 1 night vision. It's just all I could afford. I would love to have the Generation 3 stuff. I can't afford it, so I got Generation 1. Generation 1 still gives me better advantage than not having anything at all. Magic Prepper had just done a video with a new... Someone needs to get their muffler fixed. That road's actually a good ways away. He did a video on some night vision. Generation 1, it has a USB port and stuff, and for an SD card to record. That was actually pretty cool. It was like $70. I think I paid $99 or something like that for my night vision, and it doesn't have those things, which is actually pretty cool. All right. Snafu snaps. France banned all sales, quote, non-essential items. Yeah, we're going to see more and more of that. We're going to see that here again, just like it did with the first shutdown. You could go to the store, but you started seeing everything taped off that you can only go to the grocery section or the pharmacy. Yeah, we're going to see more of that. All right, all right. Let's see what else we got here. Scrolling through here, guys. Give me a second. All right. I'm trying to make sure I got all of our questions, guys. Let's see here. Did you hear something about the CME hitting tonight? I heard something about it on Paul Bagley. No, Craig, I did not hear anything about a CME hitting tonight. When I checked the feed from stereo, I haven't seen anything. So I'm not sure where. I'll take a look at that when we get up here. I haven't seen anything about any type of CME hitting Earth tonight. We usually check our solar every day as far as what's going on with the sun. So I have not seen anything about that. All right, scrolling through here. I know I missed a lot of people. Get your seeds. Some stores consider that non-essential. Yeah, if you have not prepped seeds, if you have the opportunity to, definitely do. We've been prepping seeds for a very long time. And our last garden, we grew 2 seed afterwards, and we collected everything, dried it out. I've done videos on that, and got everything all vacuum sealed, put away. What do you call fat psychic? A fortune teller. Ha! That's actually funny. Hello from India. So I think I know why your message was hidden, as just because of your name of the your account name. That's why your message was hidden. That's what happened there. All right, all right. What else do we have here? Relax from Sage Spa. How are you doing? I did see you earlier. I just now saw you again. I forgot to tell you hello. All right, all right. Man, I'm trying to get caught up here. Okay, scrolling through. South Florida DCL. Yes, I don't have enough subs yet. So that is something right there, guys. If y'all can get his YouTube link up for everybody. Your background is making me dizzy, Katie Hill. Yeah, it was fine until the wind started blowing. I do apologize for that. Everything was still, and now the wind's kicked up. So, afraid I can't do nothing about that, except for ending the stream. Okay, okay. El Michelle, no worries. That's why we got great mods. I cannot keep track of everything that comes across here. I do trust my mods. EMP affects everything with power unless it's protected. Cheeseburger. Alright, is it true that pop top cans don't last as long as regular cans? Laura Larson. Okay, so yes and no. I can tell you that there easiest way to explain that with the pop top cans. It is easier to damage them or have them fail than a regular can that you got to put a can opener on to open. The reason being, let's say that room temperature change or something like that, and your cans start to gas off, and that means the biological breakdown produces gas. They will fail. Okay, they'll fail quicker. They'll pop open. Like our spam and stuff like that. When I talked about, we store spam. It's got the pop top, but there's also the luncheon loaf and things like that. I've had the luncheon loaf fail, and I believe most of that was because I stacked too many on top of each one, and I think just weight bothered it. So Yeah. Do we still prep them? We do. We do. Have I had any fail during the Best Buy date? Nope. Never had one fail by the Best Buy date. So most canned goods are being prepped as far as your 1 to 2 year rotational stock anyway. So I don't find it really a issue. I know a lot of people get hung up on the nitty gritty stuff. Oh man, that's a pop top. That pop top's gonna last me for its Best Buy date, and it'll be ingested way before because it's in my normal rotation. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Gone girl, I'm scared to death of grasshoppers. I've eaten a lot of grasshoppers. They're actually not bad. If you fry them, vegetable oil, awesome, awesome. Any type of insect, and yes, I know it sounds gross, guys. I've done a lot of survival stuff. Um, any type of insect, as long as it's non-poisonous, if you fry them, like deep fry, you got some cooking oil, you're gonna cook it that way. Yeah, they're all edible. Uh, there's no problem eating them, and they're not disgusting because you deep fried them. Basically, it's like close your eyes and think of a potato chip. There you go. Don't look at it for a while before you put it in your mouth, and don't just barely eat it. Stick the sucker in, chew it up, and swallow. Don't play around with it, because if you're thinking about it, some people just can't eat certain things because they're looking at it. I met a guy that was eating Rocky Mountain oysters, loved them, and could not believe that we had oysters in Rocky Mountains until we told him what it was. He turned green. Just the thought of it made him sick, but he was eating them just fine until he found out what it was. Then it was the most disgusting thing ever. So most of it's just uh, no, I didn't shave off the sideburns. Just we got some bad video here. Hold on. There we go. I just got light issues. I had to. Well, actually, looks like the light be okay. I had blocked the lighting a little bit because it was casting a real bad shadow. But no, sideburns are still here. I just trimmed them down. They were getting all bushy and stuff, and I was just looking like I was from the 70s. So I didn't want that. No, I still got the sideburns. I can always spot Floridians. They fear mountain curves and always ride their brakes. Well, I'm a Floridian, technically. I've been living everywhere. I don't ride my brakes, and I love the mountains. But yeah, I got what you're saying. I am so glad we got away from Orlando. The traffic alone was just ridiculous. And when I got here, we went downtown. I was showing my wife the town. It's like I just love how there's no traffic. Yet there's really hardly any traffic here. I mean, just your normal stuff. But Linda, it's all in their heads. You get hungry enough. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. We are going to end our stream. We're not going to do the 2 hours because it's just me up here. I'm just trying to get everything answered as much as possible. Hopefully, next Friday, this Friday coming up, we'll have some new guests. I am still trying to get Ryan over here. I did talk to Alaska Prepper on the phone yesterday, I think it was. I talked to a lot of people. I am trying to get something scheduled with him. He said that he was very interested in doing a live stream here with us. So we will work on getting him here and get all that worked out. I do not have specifics just yet as far as when, but we will get him here. I know he's a very busy man. So when that's available, that information will definitely let y'all know. All right, guys. Definitely appreciate every single one of y'all. I was going to say something about the trolls, but you know what? It's fine. Anyway, guys, y'all take care. Speak to y'all later.